Hey, everybody out there in Cryptid Land. Me and my buddy Dirty got somebody great coming on tonight, Vicki Valenz, and we're going to be talking about the trifecta: Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, and we're going to throw a puckwudgie in there for you. So join us tonight on the Cryptid Quest Podcast. Hey, everybody out there in Cryptid Land. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have Vicki Valenz on with us, and she's going to talk to us about some encounters she's had out in the woods with some mysterious creatures. Vicki, how you doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Very
It's a
good.
pleasure
Very
to
good.
meet you, Patrick.
Pleasure to meet you too. Thanks for coming on the show. So I understand you've had quite a few, or at least some encounters with some strange things out in the wilderness. And I know the one that really piqued my interest was your puckwudgie encounter. But I'm going to go ahead and let you uh, tell me about the things you've seen. Is there anything else you want to start with first? That's fine. Or we can just go with the puckwudgie first. It's up to you. What would you
All
like to
right. Well,
talk
we
about
were
first?
squatching, but it turned into puckwudgie.
Yeah. So how'd that turn out?
It scared us.
Yeah. So how did you guys you were going out bigfooting, but something else happened. How walk me in from like the beginning as you guys are going into the woods. How did
All
it take
right.
place?
We kept hearing water splashing
Hmm.
to start with, and we were thinking it was going to be a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And it got closer and closer. And then all of a sudden, it sounded like a car fell out of the sky and hit the water. That's how
Oh
loud the
wow.
splash was.
Wow.
And we were looking about 10 feet across the water. It's a little backwash thing. And we were very close to it. And I had two flashlights and he had two, and we were shining it right on what we were seeing.
Yeah.
And it was about 3 or 4 foot tall. And it was watching us. It kept its eyes on me. What it made me think it knew that I was a female. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
And
And
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so you saw this thing. It's about 3 4 foot tall. What did it look like?
Well, to me, it kind of not like the pictures that they have online.
Mm-hmm.
It had a light tannish body, and it reminded me of a little person. Like, I don't want to use that word, but I don't know how else to explain it. It
Yeah.
was muscular, and it was standing on 2 feet, and he just stared at me for the longest time. He completely ignored my partner.
So did this thing have a very human face, or was there anything about it that wasn't human, or did it look
It
really
it looked like a human, only it was scary.
scary? Like, okay.
I thought it was a demon. I had never heard of a puckwudgie.
Yeah, yeah. I've just recently, the last few years, started hearing encounters about puckwudgies. I've not gotten to talk to a lot of people about it, though. You're my second person I've talked to that has claimed to see one. Um, what what type of clothing did it have? Clothes on at
No
all?
clothing. No
No clothing.
clothing.
Oh wow. So was it
And
very hairy at all, or
no, just the
no?
top of its head. It had a
Okay.
mane like a horse.
Really? Like going down
Yes.
its back? Wow.
From the top of its head down, the reason why, when it was facing us, we couldn't tell that it had that mane. But when it turned its head, it was in a jerking motion.
Yeah.
The mane was very clear.
Oh wow. That's definitely not a human trait right there. So, and you
No, it's
say
not.
how far down its back did the mane go?
Not that far.
Not that far. Okay.
Yeah, because and when it turned its head, the mane, was flying in the air. Um, and it kind of reminded me of a pig on 2 feet.
Did you say a pig?
Yes,
Oh, that'd be
it
scary.
had short arms and short legs, and it
Yeah.
was muscular.
Wow. That's scary, man.
It's something that we'll never forget.
Well, I'm sure. So what? So after it saw you, you said it turned around. Did it leave the area or
It turned around like it was going to run, and it vanished.
it just gone?
Yes, and
Oh
we
wow.
called police because we knew the police.
Yeah.
And he asked, "Did I get a picture?" I said, "No, I didn't get a damn picture. I was running away." And I had the camera around my neck too, and
Oh my
it was,
God.
it. We stared at it for about 3 minutes. I had plenty of time to
Yeah.
take a picture, but
Holy
we wasn't
cow.
expecting that. We was expecting a Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, man, oh man, that's still pretty cool though. About 3 or 4 minutes it was, and it was on the other side of the water from you?
Yes, and it was
Okay.
staring right at me. It never turned its head to look at him.
Oh my God, that's scary. That's
And I
scary.
think it knew that I was a female, and that's why it kept staring at me.
Yeah.
And we
Hmm.
had it lit up good. And the police officer said he had spotted the same thing 3 different times. And he said, goes with his cop car, his light,
Uh-huh.
and he said, "Man, that thing is fast." I said, "Fast?" He vanished.
Yeah, that's fast. Holy cow. So the
We
police
kept hearing
officer,
a baby cry.
really? You heard a baby crying? And was it coming from the woods?
Yes, yes, on the other side of the water where the puckwudgie was.
Oh
And
wow.
not only
Okay.
that, we were hearing voices, but we couldn't tell what they were saying.
Now, did the baby crying, did that happen before, after, or during?
Yes, all of this led up to the sighting.
Oh, okay. So before you guys
Yes,
before, okay. I wonder if that thing was doing that to try and lure you over that way.
yes, that's exactly what it was doing. And it almost worked.
Wow. And
When
what?
I was telling my story on Facebook, a lady that has a podcast for cryptids,
Uh-huh.
she saw the story. And when she said she got in touch with me, and she said that she knew it was a puckwudgie as soon as I said it had a mane like a horse.
Yeah, it sounds like a puckwudgie the way you're describing it.
So that's why I call it a puckwudgie, because she said that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would call it too. Um,
But I had
because,
never heard that name, and there were legends from the Native Americans about it, but they didn't call it a puckwudgie. That made me and my partner think that it was a Bigfoot,
yeah.
but it wasn't no damn Bigfoot.
No, 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 not with any hair on it, and yeah, that sounds like a puckwudgie to me for sure. So,
A very
uh,
light beige color.
what time of day did this happen?
It was about midnight or 1 o'clock
About
in the
midnight.
morning.
I got you. So it might. Oh man. And did you
And
hear?
but we did see it good because we have very good flashlights.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you plus you're only 10 feet away from it.
Yeah,
I,
and we couldn't even speak. All we could do is stare at it because I thought it was a demon.
yeah. Well, I probably would have been behind you on that theory. Something
And
creepy
the
in the woods
and
like that.
yes, and the next day, um, there was It looked like an animal had had a miscarriage. It was still in the bag, but it looked like that thing.
It, so hold on. So the next day, you saw what looked like a miscarriage in the woods, and it resembled that thing you saw.
Yes, it was still in the bag.
Oh my
And
God! So the
again, we
placenta.
didn't get a picture because the whole damn thing scared the hell out of us.
Yeah, I think I'd have been scared myself. Well, you know what? And I'm not going to blame you for that because we, the people out there that say, why didn't you take a picture? Why didn't you get video? Why didn't you get audio? They probably have not been in a situation where they're scared shitless for their
Yeah,
life.
because I used to say the same thing.
Yeah,
Why didn't you take a picture?
yeah. Yeah, I get that all the time. But, over my encounter, because, mine lasted probably a good 5-10 minutes. And it was like, well, did you get any audio? I'm like, no, I was too scared. I wasn't even thinking about that.
And if I would have got audio, you wouldn't be able to play it on the air because I was using the F word.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Wow, that's so. And then after you spotted that in the woods, did you guys go any further in, or did you just
Hell
say,
no.
Yeah, I'm out.
We
I'm out."
we got in the truck and locked the doors and everything.
Yeah, I don't blame you a bit. Holy cow! Holy cow!
And then a
So,
couple of weeks later, when we went back, there was uh, about 5 or 6 men dressed like in fatigues, like they were soldiers, and they had guns. And they told us
oh,
to leave the area. And we said,
really?
why? And they said, there's something dangerous down here. And, I have glaucoma, I'm going blind. And my friend, they were rushing us, making us get out of there, even though it's a public place. Anybody can go there. And my friend said they kept pushing him to go because he was the guy. And he said, I'm not going anywhere without her. I
Yeah.
thought they were going to shoot him.
Holy cow! Yeah, well, I've heard about that when something strange ends up in an area and they catch wind of it, they show up and you know they push people out, push people around and take charge. And I
Yeah,
and so and this was later after the what you
it was
found
a
in the
couple of
woods.
weeks after.
Okay, a couple of weeks after. So is this spot that you keep going back to, is that like a spot that you go Bigfoot investigating
Yes,
generally?
it's called Gooseneck Bend.
Okay. So, and have you had obviously you probably had experiences out there if you're
Oh
going
yeah,
out. Okay.
like
That
we found a deer close to where we saw that thing, and all 4 legs were broken off and laying beside it.
like completely broken off?
Yes, completely broken off and laying
That's
beside the deer, like
that's
it
weird.
something was trying to keep it from running away.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That brings up I heard of an encounter where a guy, it was down in, I think, Texas, uh, where he saw Sasquatch hunting hogs and it caught one and tore its leg off.
Yes, and that's what we thought. We didn't think the Puckwudgie did it. We thought the Bigfoot did it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think. I mean, a deer's a pretty big animal. If that thing's only, I mean, granted, it might have like be really, really strong, but that to me sounds like a Bigfoot move.
Yes, and it died right where it was at because it couldn't run. There wasn't any blood or anything.
Oh wow. Well, if
It
there
just
wasn't
its
any blood,
legs were broken off, and they were in a pile, laying right beside the deer.
man, that's crazy. Wow. So, I, I would be nervous to keep going back into those woods.
Well, it took a long time before we felt safe because we don't have guns. But
Yeah.
we started carrying bear mace. And I'm
Well,
not
I mean,
sure a pukwudgie eats. I'm not sure they eat anything. I don't really know that much about them. But if they can vanish, then that makes me think that they don't need food.
well, I would, if, and this is just my opinion, I think creatures like pukwudgies might be
Okay, what's your
interdimensional.
opinion?
I think they might be interdimensional. And you could call me woo, you can call me crazy all you want, but I think it's possible for certain things to move between dimensions. I'm not saying Bigfoot does it. They might. I'm not saying they do, but I'm talking about like uh, the creatures that seem a lot more paranormal than what Bigfoot is, like a dog man, like
Yes,
pukwudgies.
yes.
I
And I'm a psychic medium.
So you got a little bit of touch on with that side.
I got a lot of touch on that
A lot of
side
touch.
because I
Yeah.
see spirits every day.
Oh man, I wouldn't like that.
You know, one time my son came home from work and he fell in the door and he was crying and I kept saying, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And he couldn't talk and I said, "Do you want me to smudge you?" And he said, "Yes." And I smudged him and finally he said that a spirit had entered him when he was on his bicycle coming home.
So you're gonna have to enlighten me on this smudge thing. I don't know what that is.
It's it's a Native American thing. It gets rid of negative energy, and it's just clary sage, and you light it up, and the smoke will clear away the bad energy.
I got you. I
And
got
in the middle of the night, I woke up and there was a soldier standing at the foot of my bed. And when I see spirits, they're not bloody or anything like that. They look, like human form. And he was just standing there like a residual haunting. And I think that's what took over my son because
you.
we live on part of the land of the Trail of Tears.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm right on the Trail of Tears too. Just probably in a different part. I thought
Right.
you're down in Texas,
Oklahoma. I'm,
Oklahoma. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
4 hour drive from Texas.
Okay. Well, but I'm directly east of you then probably. I'm near Branson.
Oh, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a chief, an Indian chief, walk through my wall and walk right out the back wall, and it entered the closet
Yeah.
because it looked like it didn't know that we were there, so it probably didn't even see the house. It went into the closet and vanished.
Yeah, I think
And
sometimes those are like what they call is it residual?
residual,
Yeah.
residual.
Where it's not paying attention to anything around it. It's just like on a
Right.
replay.
Right. And even down there where we saw the pukwudgie, I've seen Native Americans on horses and they wouldn't be touching the ground. They'd be just above the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, it used to scare me really bad, but now I don't fear the spirits. A lot of them just want to give messages and stuff like that. And I do my best to track down their family members and stuff and give them the message.
Well, that's awful nice of you. I mean,
Well, I
it,
have to because they won't go away unless I do
oh,
it.
well, that's not so nice by them. Holy
Right.
cow.
I have to take sleeping pills because they keep me up all night.
Man, I feel for you. My daughter, my youngest daughter has that ability. She don't like to put it out there, but when she was little, the same thing. What rung in my head is when you said I saw a soldier at the foot of my bed. Exact same thing she told me one night. or one day when she got up, she's like, Dad, last night I saw a soldier at my bed. And then another night it'd be a lady, and I saw a lady in a white dress, and she'd see different people,
Yes.
at different times. And I'm like, and then I was in on a deal where I was remodeling a bar that was in an old building. It was an old brewery, limestone, from built way early 1800s. And she went there with me a couple times, and then she didn't want to go anymore. And her mom and I were split up at that time. And I said, why doesn't she want to go with me anymore? And her mom told me that she was seeing spirits in that
Yes.
building, and she didn't want to go anymore. And
Yes.
what's
Well,
what's kind of crazy is let me just what's kind of crazy is the only spirit I've ever seen in my life was in that building.
and
Same
once you
building.
see one, you can't unsee it.
No, I still got mine on replay in my head all the time.
Yes, and not only that, once you see a spirit, they come to you more often.
Uh,
Because that opens your third eye when
yeah,
you see a spirit.
man, oh man, I don't know that I want to see anymore. One was
I
enough for
get
me.
I get woke up in the middle of the night, and I had one come home with me.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I speak 5 languages, and this spirit was speaking Spanish.
oh. Well, at least you found somebody that could understand, or him or her. I don't know if it was a him or her.
That's what drew him toward me,
Yeah.
because there was a cross where he died, and a picture of him. And me and my sister pulled over to look. And first I spoke English, and nothing ever happened. And I said, "Oh shoot, we need to go back, and I'll try Spanish." And when I did, that's when he came home with me.
Uh-huh. Well, you didn't want him to come home with you, did you?
No, hell no.
Then you should have just kept going. I would be
So
speaking Spanish
you
to him
know,
for sure.
he disturbed me for about a week. And then I told my sister, we need to go back. And she said, I'm scared. I said, we have to go back because I'm taking him back.
So
So
how'd you
we
get him?
took
How,
him. How'd I
how,
do it?
no, how'd you get him to go back and stay?
Well, we went to the spot, and I was talking Spanish to him, and I told him he had family members waiting for him on the other side, and to go toward the light. And even though my sister was scared, she told him that too.
Yeah,
And she doesn't even believe in this, but she believed that, she believed that time, because
yeah.
when we got in the car to drive away, she said, Vicki, I think it came with us. And I said, so do I.
Oh,
That night, my son sleepwalked sometime. I woke up and I saw my son, and it looked like he was digging through the waste paper basket. And I reached over to wake him up, and my hand went through it.
ooh,
And that's how I knew it wasn't my son.
oh, wow.
I've woken. Sometimes I wake up and spirits will be in bed with me.
Holy cow.
I guess they just want to stick with me until I finally, decide to talk to them. Um,
Well, you're what do they call that? When they're attracted to you, my the words slip on my mind now. You're
well,
sensitive.
you know,
Sensitive. Is
yes,
that
and
sensitive?
I have, I I was enlightened, and that made me have a bright light that they can see, and that drew them toward me.
Holy cow, yeah. So you're probably like a freaking light in a big dark room.
Yeah, like a lighthouse.
Yeah. Wow. That's that's scary. I mean, you're handling it though. I don't think
Oh, yeah,
everybody
but
will.
it started when I was about 5 years old, and I would wake my parents up every night screaming.
See, that's about when my daughters started. She was about 5 when she started telling me all this.
And now I used to want it to stop happening, but I don't now because it just means I'm spiritually and evolved.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I don't think the spirits are out there trying to hurt anybody. They might be annoying, but I don't think they're out there trying to hurt anybody.
Right. It just scares them and they think they're going to hurt them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%, 100%. So I've got to ask you. Say you did a lot of Bigfoot investigating and stuff. Have you ever seen one?
No, but we saw a really tall tree, about 20 foot tall, be pushed over. It sounded like a shotgun.
Oh wow, yeah,
And
yeah.
we could see it over the tops of the other trees. We saw it when it fell.
Wow,
And
yeah.
we smelled them. That's a smell you won't forget.
Yeah, I've not had the smell yet, but I've heard. What do you think? And everybody's got their own like what they think it smells like. What do you think it smelled like? Yeah,
Rotting, something rotting.
yeah, that's generally a pretty blanket description. A lot of people say like smells like rotten or like trash or like a dumpster.
Yes, exactly. And not only that, a wet dog smell.
Yeah, they say a wet dog is mixed
But
in there with it.
I will never be scared of a Bigfoot. I don't know why I'm that way. It just doesn't scare me. But Pukwudgie was different.
Yeah, that's a whole another thing right there. And I think I have to agree with you because at least Bigfoot, you have somewhat of an idea of what you're dealing with. Um,
Yes.
with the
And
Pukwudgie, you
I've been doing this for 40 years.
don't
40 years.
investigating.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's
I'm
got a
not a
lot of time under your
paranormal.
belt.
I'm not into the paranormal, even though I see spirits all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. It's all about Bigfoot for me.
Yeah. 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 And it's kind of, you know what's kind kind of nutty is I've had probably I don't know 4, maybe 5, maybe more than that interviews where I've interviewed people that were going out in the woods to do paranormal research, ghosts and things like that, and
Yes.
they have a Bigfoot experience. That's I've had at least five people with encounters that, and they weren't even into Bigfoot, but you're going out to look for Bigfoot and you got ghosts bothering you. It's like the opposite.
Yes. And Pukwudgie.
And Pukwudgies.
Let's not
That's
forget that little thing.
no, I am not going to forget it because that was the big thing on my radar when I heard you saw one of them because I don't know that I want to see one, but I want to hear from people that have seen them. You know what I mean? I don't
Yes.
know I don't know if I'd have handled it as well as you did.
Oh, God. You should have been there. I was not handling it.
So okay, so when you're looking at it, are you like totally freaking out while it's right there?
It's like we
Or
were hypnotized. We
oh,
kept
okay.
staring at it. We couldn't take our eyes off of it.
Yeah, so while you're face to face with it, you're just kind of froze solid.
Yes.
Okay.
Scared solid.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I'm picturing it. Because I think if you'd have been screaming and stuff, the little guy would have probably jetted a little quicker, I would think. But so when you started screaming and reacting and stuff, I'm guessing is after it finally disappeared.
Well, when it's like it released us from staring at it. right away we ran to the truck and got in it and locked the doors, which probably wouldn't have helped. But
Yeah,
that thing was not scared of us.
yeah. Isn't that funny? Because hey, I'm the same way. How you think of being in a car, or even worse, like what was in my situation, being in a blind or a tent is going to save you.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to
In,
save you.
no, in reality, if that thing wants to come and get you, it's going to come get you.
And
That
even if we would have had bear mace, I don't think it would have bothered it because it vanished.
Yeah. See, I don't. I would be personally. I would be scared to try and unload like bear spray on something that I don't know what the heck it is.
Yeah,
Because,
because at the time it scares you so bad and you forget that you have any kind of protection.
well, that 100%. That's true. Yeah, you forget you got anything, but I would be afraid of what it would do to me afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of as a female because
Yeah.
because I know that's why it was looking at me the way it was looking at me. He knew I was a female.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary stuff, man. Now, and so and I would imagine they're Bigfoot in these woods. I wonder what that whole layout. See, a puckwudgie to me, I'm thinking it's got to be interdimensional.
Yes. It,
Or I've also talked to people that they think there's like a center Earth, like a middle Earth going on
yes.
in the Earth, where
Yes.
creatures can come up and down from there. Maybe that's where it came from.
And
I
that
think that's
little
a
body of
possibility.
water that was between us, I started researching puckwudgie, and it seems like they're all close to small body of water like that. It could
Really?
have very easily just run across the water to us.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad you got out of there okay. Holy cow.
Yeah, and now that the cops has admitted that he saw one at least 3 times and put his spotlight on it.
Yee. Well, you got your confirmation there for sure. And
That's
he was
exactly it.
did he give you a description of any type, or did he just say
When
after
we
you
were
just
explaining it to him, he knew exactly what he saw, what we saw,
okay.
because he saw it in the same way that we did.
Yeah. I think I just said a bad word.
See, yeah, and I'm worried about doing this because every time I talk about the puckwudgie, to describe it like I
Yeah.
always do, I have to use the F word a lot.
Yeah, I think I just dropped it real silently, but yeah, things like this one that in my head, it's a little freaky, a little crazy, and I believe that something's going on, something's out there. Um, People are seeing it, and I don't think people are just making crap up, just so other
I
people can
used to
call them
think they were
crazy.
making it up.
Yeah, well,
But when I saw the puckwudgie, I told my partner, I have to believe everybody's story now because who would have thought that we would have seen something like that?
you know what? I'm right on the same page with you because before I had my experience, I wanted to believe everybody. I wanted to. But in the back of my head, I'm like, nah, man, they're full of crap. They're just telling stories. But then after I had my encounter and I had people telling me I was full of crap, didn't know what I heard, it made me think about things a little differently because things do happen.
Yes,
There's
and
things out
we
there.
see a lot of UFOs in that area also.
Oh, you got any good UFO encounters? Or just
Oh yeah,
passing by? Oh yeah? Give me your best
yes.
one.
Well, me and my daughters have the same dream every night, And one night I dreamed that my daughter Lisita, I dreamed that she was raped. The next day, my other daughter, my youngest daughter, her name's Cher, I said, I had a dream last night. She said, me too, Lisa was raped. Well, it ended up being abducted.
Oh, she was abducted.
All three of us were every time at the same time. And one
Oh,
of my daughter Lisita was pregnant, and at almost 4 months, when she went to get her checkup, the baby had vanished
oh
in her
wow.
stomach.
So,
And I know that they did that to her and took the baby.
oh yeah. Well, I've had two ladies on that have been abducted, and very similar stories. Like the one lady actually remembers whenever she goes up, and
Yeah, we
she's,
do too now.
oh, do you? Holy cow, man! That's I think I'd rather deal with a puckwudgie than getting sucked up into an alien ship. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
Well, me and my youngest daughter, we don't fear aliens now. But my
Yeah.
daughter, had she had that happen to her 4 times that she was pregnant, and then the baby vanished. And the doctor said, I don't know what the hell happened because there's no sign of you being pregnant now.
Oh wow.
So it scares her so bad that she had a lock put on the closet and she sleeps in the closet.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna stop them.
No,
Man, that's sad. I hate to
and
hear that.
and she doesn't like for me to tell about it either.
Yeah.
And she kept waking up without her clothes on. And she thought her husband was having sex with her, and it almost caused a divorce because she kept telling him, when I say no, I mean no. And it wasn't even her husband, because she woke up one night and she was taking her own clothes off.
Oh wow. Huh.
And that's what saved their marriage.
Oh wow. Well, the other ladies would tell me that that's how they could. A lot of times they would notice if they'd been abducted is that their clothes would either not be on right. They'd have
Right.
like mismatched socks, or they'd be in bed, but they'd
Right.
be like laying sideways instead of the right way. Things
It's
like that.
absolutely true.
Yeah. So do you have any recollection of what the inside of the ship looked like?
Yes. It was really cold inside of it, and
That's what she said too.
it was big. And I know that we left the ground.
Yeah.
And when we first realized what was happening to us, um, we we all three said we were in the woods, and we didn't know where we were at in the woods. And come to find out, my daughter had moved, her and her husband, and didn't tell us that they moved yet. And
Yeah.
the woods that me and my other daughter described was right behind her new house.
Oh wow. That's scary. That's scary. So
And
this is
I do a lot of research on everything so I can
yeah.
better understand it. And they take people that has, like their mother, with Rh negative blood,
Huh.
and our mother had that blood.
I don't know that I've heard the thing about the blood, but I do know that I've heard that they take people like in the same families for generations. Did your mother ever say anything about
Well,
being taken?
she used to wake us up when we were little, screaming. And she said she was having a dream that somebody was trying to take us. and she
Yeah.
couldn't save us. And
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah. 100%.
And I had
Yeah.
an implant put on the back of my leg, and I wanted to have it taken out. But like 6 months ago, I woke up and I had scratched it out of my leg, and I thought it was a bug, and I threw it away. I never did find it because it was really small, but
Yeah.
it's not in my leg anymore. That has to be what I took out of it in my
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. I know for a fact? No, but enough people have said to make me believe that they do put implants in the abductees obviously to track them, to know where they're at, because
Yeah.
the Kay Golden is her name. She's written a book on her abductions, but she said that they would find her wherever she was. She's moved from state to state and think,
Yes.
oh, they're not going to find, but they'd find her. They'd find her every time.
As long as you've got that in you, you can't escape them.
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling you're not, once they got a lock on you, whether you take it out or not, I don't think you're going to shake them.
And you
But
can't get away from them by locking yourself in a closet.
yeah, no, because that's another thing she told me is they've got the ability to basically just walk through a wall, be in a room, stand next to you, and you
That's
don't even
it.
know you're there.
Yes. And one time when we were in the woods, me and my partner, I looked up and there was a UFO over us, and everywhere I would go, it would move above me. And I told my friend, I said, don't let me go alone. I said, I
Yeah,
think they're going to take me. And I grabbed him and hung on. And when I woke up, I was in my bed and he was in the middle of the field.
yeah.
And his wallet and keys and everything, he didn't have them. He had to go back the next day and search and find them.
Oh, wow. Well, that's another thing. Even though you're right next to somebody, they've somehow got the ability to like just paralyze them and put them to sleep or whatever, and they don't even know what's going on, and they're
Yeah.
2 inches from
He
you.
didn't even know where he woke up in the field. He didn't even know where he was at.
Wow.
It was somewhere that he had never been. He didn't know which way to go to get out of there or anything. And finally, he got out, and it wasn't far from his house, about a quarter of a mile. And he walked to his house without his truck. He had to go back the next day and get his truck. And the neighbors and everything helped him find his wallet and his keys.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Vicki, I think we're gonna go ahead and with that, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up. But man, oh man, I kind of feel sorry for you. I wish something a little less scary would happen for you, something a little brighter. But you
Well,
get the
I've never been afraid of the aliens, and neither has my youngest daughter. But the one that's pregnant, she's scared to death. It mentally affected her. She's not the same person.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how anybody could go through that and be completely 100% the same. I think it's going to affect you no matter what. Even if you're putting on the outside that hey, nothing's different, something's something like that's going to affect you big time.
Yeah. Yep.
So, well,
No, I have, a book full of stories.
yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm sure you do just from this short talk we've had. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. I'm like this is like interview gold right here. You got Puckwood, you got aliens, and got ghosts. What more can you ask for? In fact, that's probably how I'll introduce this episode.
Yes, well, if you ever need me to tell you anything else, just let me know now that I know how it's done.
Heck yeah, Vicki. Yeah, we'll get you back on. We'll get you back on. We can talk about some other stuff. We'll break the book out and go through it. Well, I guess that's it, everybody. Vicki lost signal, so Everybody out there in cryptid land, keep it creepy.
Yeah, out in the woods where the shadows creep, I'm trying to find a legend that the people keep. Bigfoot's the name, got a story to tell. Footprints in the mud, can't you hear the bell? Whispers in the night, can you feel that chill? Bigfoot on the run, he's a legend, keep it real. Bigfoot, yeah, he's the talk of the town. Creeping through the trees, never wearing a frown. Legend of the forest, he's got a big stride. As the trap beats thump, you know he's got pride. Like I'm on a quest, searching for the homie, you know he's the best. Got my camera ready, heightened senses on blast. Snap a shot of Sasquatch, legend unsurpassed. Eyes in the dark, you can't catch what you can't see. King of the woods, living wild and free. Bigfoot, yeah, he's the talk of the town. Creeping through the trees, never wearing a frown. Legend of the forest, he's got a big stride. As the trap beats thump, you know he's got pride.